Hey there, welcome back to the channel. Or if you are new here, my name is Carrie with Blue City Pickin, and I go around to garage sales, estate sales, thrift stores to see what I can find to flip for a profit on eBay and only eBay. Yes, I am a single platform seller. Today, I have a haul for you from my local Goodwill. This was our tax-free weekend for school shopping. So everything was half off yesterday at Goodwill, which is amazing. And then they had dollar kids clothes. So I did a shop for things to resell first. I went, checked out, put all that in the car, and then I came back in and did some kids' clothes shopping, which I did really great on that. So I was super excited by those finds, but I have a lot. So if you like this kind of content, I put out 3 reseller videos a week, combinations of what sold, hauls, educational videos, which I think I'm going to start to get into just a smidge. I share tips and tricks for those of you who are just getting started and looking for what a real kind of day in the life of a reseller is. I've spoken to in the past how much time I spend on this of the week, what my goals are as far as profit, etc. I'd recommend you check out one of my what solds if you are curious about that. All right, so let's go ahead and get into this. The first thing I picked up was this Herschel backpack. There is some embroidery on this, but Herschel is an incredibly nice brand. This was $3. I picked this up actually for one of my kids to use at school, and they will just, put some type of patch or bag charm or something over that. So $4 on that. Super chuffed to pick that up. The next up is this Calpac laptop bag. Not like super high quality leather or anything like that, but for $4, it looked to sell anywhere between like maybe 30 and 40 on eBay. So I went ahead and snagged that. Let's see, a couple other things from like accessories and random things. I picked up this BT, I'm not sure if you can see this, BT21. You get to see the reflection of my phone in the plastic. This is a strap card holder. It was $1. I did look it up, looks to sell between 20 and 25 maybe. And then this is a new sealed face care kit from Viking Revolution Face Care. It was $3 and it also looked to sell for about 25 to 30. I found a couple of hats to sell. This is a Texas A&M. It is Top of the World, which is a really nice brand to pick up. I'm pretty sure this is a women's hat. It was $2. I should be able to get like 12 to 14 out of that. And then I went ahead and picked this one up too. I will probably keep this one. This is actually a Mississippi State hat, which is the school that I went to. And it was also $2 and it's in very nice condition. So snagged that. Next, this guy. I'm telling you, I had to have him. So I do love to sell vintage toys and plush. I saw this guy and I was like, ooh, I like him. So he was $2 after the discount. He is a vintage, I'm not sure if you can see, I'm gonna cover up my face, E-tone plush. He has the string here where he was a carnival plush. He is from the 80s. I think it said 1984. I looked him up. I think there was one other one listed that was not in this nice of condition, and so I think I'm going to list him for about 25 to 30. And I will throw comps up for the ones that I have looked up and that I've gotten the listing ready for. I'm planning on doing a lot of listing today, so hopefully most of these will have comps in the video for you. This one, once again, I couldn't leave him there. I think he was $2.99, so it was $1.50. This is a vintage 1983 play school guy where he does button, zip, tie. He teaches you how to get yourself dressed. Look at this little nugget. Oh, and it's a snap. Check that out. He's not going to sell for a whole lot, but he's probably just bread and butter. But look at that. He's got YKK on his zipper. Love that. Let's see what else we got over here. I got too much stuff. Okay, next up, I picked up 2 of these Precious Moments applause dolls. They came with the stand. This one says Precious Moments Last Forever by Applause. They were $2.50 each. I looked them up and most of them did not have the stands. And so I'm going to probably list these for $29 or $30 and see what we can get out of them. They do have a little bit of like staining on the face. I might try to use like a Tide pen on one of the feet where there is some staining on this other one whose little badge thing is flipped down. There we go. Might try to use a little Tide pen on this guy's little foot to see if I can get it off. And this is Vintage Applause from 1985. I just thought they were too cute for $2.50, and I don't know if at your thrift store things just get absolutely demolished if they stay there for any period of time. So $2.50 each. I figured I would pick them up, and if they sell for 25-ish, I'm happy. And then I found another one. This is a cute little Get Well Precious Moments. Look at her. She's like a little candy striper. She also has her hang tag. This is from 1986. So for $2.50, she'll probably be just bread and butter, but you know, how can you leave it there for $2.50? All right, I'm not going to get into the clothes quite yet. All right, I then also found these incredibly nice tweed hand woven hats. There's the bottom of it. It is the brand Kevin McAndrew hat maker. Look at this. If that's not the most dapper looking hat, it's a little big for me because I don't have a big head, but 7 1/4. Look, it's got feathers on the side. Tweed hat, $2 for this one. And then this is the exact same, $2 for this one. Same hat maker, same everything. I will probably list these for about $24, $25. See what I can get out of that. See, next was one of my mistakes. If you've been around at any time on my hauls, you know I make at least one mistake on buying something that I shouldn't because the price was too high and I didn't realize it. This is an Ertl John Deere tractor. Looks like it came from a series. It does work. It does need new batteries though. It is authentic, but this is me. Even though it was half off, it was marked at $14.99. So I did pay $7.50 for it. I think it's worth about 25-ish. So I'll get my money back and make some, just not a lot. But that's an easy lister, an easy shipper. So you will not hear me complain there. Here is another Precious Moments. She was just $1. Her name is Christy. She is from 1998, still new in the box. Adorbs. I think she was going to be about $18 maybe. Next up, let's just finish up the plush and stuff first. I saw this guy and I was like, what is this? This is a vintage Kenner. Not sure if you can see that or not. It is the Grabbits collection from 1989. He was $1.50. I looked him up. He's in actually pretty decent condition. A couple little things I need to touch up, but he should sell for about 25-ish. So I thought he was cute. Something I had never heard of. But yeah, if you see Kenner, vintage Kenner Grabbits, that might be worth a look up for you. I picked up this Rapunzel fabric doll. These usually sell pretty good for me. This is a Disney license. It was $1, so 14, 15 bread and butter there. Oh, this little guy was so cute. This is a vintage carousel by Guy. I could not find the year on the actual tag, but look at him. He's just a little circus elephant. He was $1, but for bread and butter, I just went ahead and rescued him. I found this little swig pouch, and so what this is this is something that you put on your bottle or your Stanley or whatever, and you can put little things in it so you don't have to carry a wallet. It was $1.50, and I think it was going to sell for like 14 or so. Once again, when you have just $1 into it, I'm much more okay with bread and butter. And then the last thing I found was this water balloon launcher. I think it was, yep, $3, new in box. I think it should sell for about 20. So easy lister, easy shipper. Super happy with that. All right, let's get into the shoes. Now, these were priced up, but because they were half off, I went ahead and snagged them. These are SpongeBob SquarePants collab Vans. They were priced at $24.99, so I paid $12.50 for them. They are listed, these are a men's size 13, which is pretty big. They look to be listed for about $50, so I went ahead, picked those up. This is a pair of new with tag Muckluck slippers. They were $4.50. Everything's new, everything's lovely. They should sell for about 20. Let's see. I also picked up these Solomon hiking shoes. These were $7.50. They usually sell for about 30 for me. I then picked up these Nike wrestling or boxing shoes. They look brand new, like they've never even been worn. They were $10, so I did pay up for these, but I'm expecting to be able to get 40 to 50 out of these, if not more. I have not looked them up, so you will see the comp once I have. Another pair of Nikes. These are Hyper Feels. They were US 10, $7.50. Look those up. Should be able to get 30 to 40 out of those. And then the ones that I paid up the most for is this pair of Fly London wedge boots. I didn't realize I paid 20 for these. I thought I paid 10, but I should be able to get, 50 or 60 out of these. They look to be in immaculate condition. There's really no wear whatsoever on them. And they were a good size, if I recall correctly. Size 41, which I believe is like a women's 9.5 or 10, maybe a 10. So really nice size there to pick up those. I think that's not it for the shoes. I lied because I got a couple pairs on my second trip in. This is a pair of FitFlop slides. Love to sell FitFlops. They were $7.50, size 8, so nice size. Once again, immaculate condition. Do not look like they have really ever been worn. There's nowhere on the bottom and there's nowhere on the footbeds. And then the last pair of shoes I picked up for $6.50 is this pair of Billy Reed men's loafers. I have not had a lot of luck selling men's dress shoes, but these were in really nice shape. They were made in Italy. They've got this fabric on it. The bottoms look really nice. It says Billy Reed made in Italy. They're a size 11. So they have a lot going for them. So for $6.50, I figured let's give those a try, see if we can get 40 or 50 out of those. I did pick up a couple of purses. The first one was $3. This is a sack. Leather, metallic, lots of pockets. Handles are in good shape. Zipper worked. Inside is very, very clean. Hopefully I can get about 20 for that. And then I also picked up a Fossil, which was $2.50. Not in the best shape. It is a canvas, has a cloth strap. Lots of pockets on it though. So, what is in here? Oh, tissues. Ooh, tissues. Tuesday at 10 the 15th, Wolf Trail Cove. Nice. So we get to find out where somebody was going. Cool. I should be able to give about like 20 for this. So I was good with paying $2.50 for that. All right. That was all the non-clothing items. Let's go ahead and pick up where the clothing was. Okay, first thing I found, well, actually, this is one of the last things I found. This is a J. Jill Love Linen size medium tunic top with a button, really pretty teal color. Need to get this listed pretty quickly. It was $3, so hope Usually that's like bread and butter for me, which means I usually get about $15 to $20 profit on that for those. So next up, I also need to get listed pretty quickly. I thought I saw a flaw on this, but maybe I'm just hallucinating. I think it's just the applique. This is an adorable kid's dress. This was $1. Look at the applique on this. It is vintage, tiered, ruffled. So stinking cute. My Michelle, 90s all the way. It's going to be bread and butter, but she was so cute. Couldn't leave her there for $1. I made mistakes, guys. You'll see all the mistakes I made. Okay, next up is a dress, and this one was $3.50. It is a long wool dress. It is a swing dress. It is by the brand Sundance. While it isn't an extra small, it is oversized. It is merino wool. Let me see. Yep, 100% merino wool, long sleeve, super cute, very forgiving, beautiful cut. 29 maybe on that one. Another dress. Ooh, I did not realize I paid $10 for this. Once again, guys, I thought this was the regular dress price. I'm stupid. This is a Tommy Hilfiger dress. It's got the stripes, very nautical. It's in immaculate condition. It does not look like it's been worn. Size large. Tommy Hilfiger. I don't know what I was thinking paying $10 for this. I would have been much happier at like $5, but it should sell for 30-ish. Next is a example of I felt the fabric, I liked the print, and I was like, I'll pick it up. Okay, so this is Tory Richard. This is a size 0. It is 100% silk though. It is a long sleeve, but it has a tab roll up, very like t-shirt dress. It is lined. Like I said, 100% silk. Paid $7.50 for it. When I got home, I did realize there are some like stretching under the arms and stuff, but it's not super noticeable. So I will just disclose that in the listing and hope to get, I'm probably going to list most of these for right around 30. And then if I accept an offer for 25, works for me. Okay, next up. This is a new with tags Banana Republic dress. The only reason I picked this up is it was new with tags. It is so cute. It has a lot of darting and lines and then an exposed zipper in the back. It was $3.50. It is a size 6 and it retailed for $138. So I'm going to try to get like 40 out of that because it's new, but realistically, it's probably closer to 30. Next is this is not a brand I would normally pick up. This is Croft and Barrow, but this is a 3X women's long line lag and look cardigan. It is a cotton and modal blend, and it is new with tags. So for $3.50, I went ahead and picked that up. Probably sell for right around 22 to 24, I think. Next is another really fun pickup. And just so you know, like I started in the sweaters when I got there because most folks were not in the sweaters. So I went to where there were less people. There were a lot of other resellers there. I didn't realize they opened at 9. I got there at 10. There was one reseller. She already had a whole cart full of shoes by the time I got there, which is fine. Look, I am of the mindset there is plenty for everybody. And as you can see, I found plenty of really nice things to still pick up. So this is a J. Jill 2X sweater. This was $3.50. It is a cotton blend, but look at it. It is beautiful hunter green, long line. Has this nice print on it, and then look at this button detailing down the side to where if you wanted to unbutton them, you could vent it on the side and have a little bit more room at the hip. So plus size, yes. J. Jill, yes. Natural fabrics, yes. Beautiful color, yes. Lots of things going for that one. So I went ahead and picked that up. Next, this is the first time I've ever found this brand. Not exactly the most desirable piece in this brand, but look at this sweater. It's so pretty. It's very nice quality. It's a cable knit, but not quite cable. The brand is J. McLaughlin, and this is a size medium. It's just really pretty, nice closet staple. I wanted to say, yeah, see if I can read this. It is acrylic and nylon, but it is super cute. And so for $3.50, I went ahead and grabbed that. Hopefully I can get her sold for right around that $30 mark. All right, this might have been a mistake. This one was also $3.50. This is just so cute. Look at this cabbie dress. It's a V-neck puff sleeve. Does not look to have much, if anything, any washwear on it. It is a nautical print. It is a midi dress. This is when I wish I was smaller, but you know, it's just not in the cards for me. This is a cabbie size small. This is an older cabbie label, but I just really loved the print on this. I didn't look it up in the store. When I looked it up when I got home, it looks like it's selling for about 20. I'm going to try some different keywords and see if I cannot sell it for about 24. But for $3.50, that would hit me right in my profit margin that I'm looking for. Are you ready for this beauty? I don't think you are. Look at her. Look at her. She's beauty and she's grace. She's an ugly Christmas sweater, but not so ugly. But that's what I'll use in the keywords. Look at this polar bear. And then look at the brand. This is Tiara International. If you are not familiar with that, they make gorgeous vintage holiday sweaters. The only thing that would have made this better if it was Halloween. It is a cotton acrylic blend. It was $3.50. It's hard to comp these right now because they have not been selling over the last few months, but the season for these is about to pick up. I'm hoping I get about 30 to 40 out of this puppy. She's gorge. All the sequins and beads look to be there. The embroidery is in good condition, so beauts. And then if one holiday sweater wasn't enough, guess what's better? 2 holiday sweaters. This one is amazing. It has snowflakes. This one is a zip up too, and it has like a shawl collar, which I know a lot of folks really like, as much if not more than the crew neck. Look at the detail on this beading. Like, this is just super fun, right? It is in really nice condition. It is from 2004, I believe. Does not even really look like it's been worn. Also, it's got no wash wear, no wear on it, I guess. Is that a word? Is that a word? Looks like it might be missing 1 or 2 sequins, but it does not take away from it. It is a size large. Once again, hope to get 30-ish out of that. All right. This one might have been a mistake, but you know, you see this label, Lauren Ralph Lauren. It is a size small though. It would have been better if it was a large. It was $3.50, but this is a cotton and linen nightgown. It is like a t-shirt Ebenezer Scrooge nightgown. I mean, use that in the title if somebody was looking for an Ebenezer Scrooge type nightgown. It has the Lauren Ralph Lauren on the pocket. It might help if I actually showed that. It has pockets. It does have the tab roll sleeves. It's just a really nice closet staple piece if you enjoy wearing nightgowns. So I'm probably going to list that for about 30 and see what we can do there. Okay. I keep saying this might have been a mistake, but I picked this up on Style. I picked up this skirt. It is a plus size, which is the main reason I picked it up. It is a midi length jean skirt. It's gotten buttons down the front, pockets in the front and the back. This was $3. Not a brand to look for. I think it's just established 1946 denim. However, I think it can sell for bread and butter. So I'm planning on listing this one for about 22 and see how it does. We're almost done, guys, which is pretty impressive. Sorry, I know I've gone pretty fast, but I didn't want this video to go on forever. And I didn't even show you all the kids' clothes and clothes for like me and my husband that I picked up for a steal of a deal. That was just amazing. So I probably spent like, I think I spent around $250 in total, which included all of our personal things. And then I probably spent at least $200 on reselling, but there's some really, really nice pieces in here. And I'm not planning on going out shopping again for a few weeks. And so it's nice to have some inventory to list off of. This was $7.50. This is Coldwater Creek, but it's this gorgeous butter yellow sweater. It is a loose knit, definitely more beachy resort type look. It is like a 3/4 length. So I was tempted to keep this one for myself, but I think it's a little too small. Maybe, but that one should sell 2025. And then this was a nice find, and it says this was put out on 6/24. I had been through the sweater rack last week, and I would have paid full price for this, and I know for a fact I did not see it. It was $3.50. If you know, you know. This is Eileen Fisher. It says made out of Italian yarn. It is a size extra large, which is perfect. It is like a gray, like almost not quite like a Sherpa, but is definitely like a thicker knit wool sweater. Hopefully to get, 35 to 40 out of that. So super awesome ultimate mega supreme haul from my local Goodwill. I hope that the thrifting gods, I'm just joking, there are no thrifting gods. I hope that the luck of thrifting is working out for you guys and that you've got some good sales in your area that you're able to shop at. Sales are still going well. I am pleased with my sales so far. I have been running a sale over this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I sold a lot on Friday through Saturday morning, just sold like 3 or 4 things on Saturday, and it is now Sunday at like 11 o'clock, and I haven't sold anything today. So just keep going, keep chugging, be consistent. It's going to come in waves. Don't get discouraged. You got this. If you can give me a like, I would appreciate it. Tells the algorithm, hey, her content's not that bad. And we will see you in the next one. Thanks so much for stopping by. Bye.